Okay, so this is my sixth portfolio update video. As you can see, we're sitting at $4,308.65, which is quite a lot since the last video. My positions now include a new position in JEPI, and aside from that, everything else is the same. For the past 7 days, you can see I deposited $541, as well as I bought 7 shares of JEPI over the course of the past week. If we go to my actual portfolio here, you can see this is my new JEPI section. So my new plan is that I'm going to buy 1 share of JEPI every single day. Well, you can see the schedule down here. 1 share on Monday, 2 shares on Tuesday, 1 share on Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. So we end up with 7 shares. Basically buying 1 share every single day is kind of the idea. And the reason for that is because I want to make my portfolio a lot less volatile and a lot more passive. So if we go to my chart here, and actually we'll go over a couple things first. So I opened no new options positions this week, as you can see. We're currently sitting at an overall loss of 3.05%, which is $135. Our return compared to SPY is pretty significant now. We're up 1.5% basically over SPY. Our year-to-date P&L and everything is looking very good so far. As you can see, we're up $230 on the year, which is equivalent to about 5.25%. You can see, however, our January passive income is negative. But if we look down here at the portfolio chart, you can see how our portfolio dips. Was at one point, actually I think we're the blue line here, so we were at one point we were at 3,936.05, and then we went all the way down here and even went all the way down to 3,400 at one point. But now we're all the way back up here, and I think at this point I really want to make my portfolio significantly less volatile and kind of take it a lot more chill. My plan is that I want to have at least 100 shares of JEPI, so I can sell covered calls on it while also collecting the 1% monthly dividend and also be tracking the S&P for some growth. But on top of that, I also want to be trading spreads. So I'm going to move away from the wheel strategy and basically just have dividend stocks as my foundation, and then from there sell options through spreads to make some extra gains. And speaking of spreads, as you can see, I don't remember if I closed any this week. I very well could have, but you can see our profit on spreads over the course of 23 days is 4.4%. We haven't missed a single trade yet. So as you can see here, we closed this one for $6 a gain on $200 of collateral, $16 gain on $300, $13 gain on $300, $9 gain on $300. And I think I opened this one this week, but I opened an iron condor between 374 and 406 on SPY for $19 here, and currently I'm just kind of waiting this one out. It's currently at 395, so if we check 395 and current date is the 22nd, 395 is right in here, so we're up about, I guess when the market opens tomorrow, if it stays at this current price by the end of the day, we'll be up $13 on $300. So this will likely turn out to be another very profitable trade. So I'm very happy with that. And speaking of spread options, on my TD Ameritrade account, I submitted the approval form for spreads and margin options, and I got approved for it. So we are all good to go to trade spreads. It's all about just when I want to start trading spreads. I think I might give it another month of training, and I also want to work on developing my rules list to be perfectly precise. I want to make sure I've got everything down. So yeah, that's basically the portfolio for the week. As I said, I'm moving towards building large positions in dividend earning stocks or ETFs, and I'm moving away from the wheel strategy, and the only reason for that is because I don't have a lot of capital to do the wheel strategy on really good companies. Of course, I would love to do it on SPY. That would be kind of the dream ETF to do the wheel strategy on, but I'm kind of stuck with these very volatile growth stocks, and now that we're back up basically almost flat in our P&L, that's why I'm looking to basically just move away from that volatility and move more into stability, and then on top of that trade spreads to get that extra, hopefully to get our targeted 2% per month gain that we originally hoped for. I know I've been talking about how every month I want to make 2%. Clearly that is not working, and not to mention this isn't even including January. So if we include January here, it's probably going to look a lot worse. Yeah, so all of this said, we're only getting about 1.4%, which we can basically get in JEPI without the capital loss. So JEPI pays a monthly dividend that's basically around this, especially if you sell a covered call, you can easily beat this 1.39% per month gain. Not to mention it's very, very much so not volatile. So in comparison, I just think it being in JEPI for now would be a better play for income. And then obviously I'm going to keep doing options via spreads because they have very low collateral requirements, and I think they could be very profitable in the long term. So yeah, that is my portfolio for the week, and I'll update you next week on how it's going.